Months ago, 7 of the world's fastest monohull yachts set out from Vigo in Spain. Their goal, to win the Volvo Ocean Race.
I know nobody can win the round the world race tonight, but you could lose it.
Oh man, this is just absolutely gnarly. It's what we came for, man. This is good stuff. Whew.
For one, Movistar, the prospects were bright. She was the favourite to win. Skipper Bauerbecking and his crew had sailed thousands of miles in preparation for this arduous race.
Some people are really superstitious. I'm not, so you can wish me good luck. Good luck. Thank you.
Now, 6 months on, after a chapter of breakages and hasty repairs, they suffer a shattering blow. Her keel threatens to break loose from the hull. They're in the North Atlantic.
If the keel falls off, it'll flip upside down in a matter of seconds, and not tens of seconds, seconds.
The water that's coming in, going out, so we're in good shape.
Coming to their rescue, ABN Amro 2. On board, the body of crew member Hans Horowitz, lost overboard just days before. For Becking, an ultimatum from Seb Joss, skipper of ABN Amro 2.
They could come across and get on his boat and be happy to make the transfer, or he would leave.
Will Becking try to reach land for repairs? And can he save a multi-million-dollar campaign? "400 miles from Cornwall, England, ABN Amro 2 escorts the stricken Movistar as she continues to take on water at an alarming rate. Both crews are desperate to stay ahead of an approaching storm.
Obviously we've been standing by Movistar for quite some time now, and we've just done a couple of jibes and a bit of testing. Movistar have just tried moving their keel and to see how much water they take in, and to see how much the keel moves, and so far so good. So we're going to put some bigger jibs up and try and get to England a little bit quicker. Obviously it's pretty important for our team that we get in, so hopefully this will improve things.
That optimism is premature. On board Movistar, any hope of saving the boat is fading fast.
So there they go. The keel is very much stable.
As the Movistar crew assess their situation, a critical message goes to event boss Glenn Burke.
Sebastian Joss has said that he's not comfortable with staying with and trailing Movistar with this impending forecast. So he gave them an ultimatum that they could come across and get on his boat and be happy to make the transfer, or he would leave.
Bow doesn't want to put the guys' lives at risk.
So how's that going to happen?
It's just too risky. I mean, we might find that the boat's still floating in 3 days' time, but his call is that it's actually too risky.
Just sort of tidying the boat up so that if there is a chance when he comes back, hopefully still afloat, it can be picked up and there won't be too much shit floating in the water. Just put the hatch covers in and hope it's still here.
Hi, Bar.
At race headquarters in Whiteley, race director Andy Hindley takes a call from a desperate Bauerbecking.
No, leave both Argos beacons on Movistar because they've got a 90-day life. So if you leave the generator running and the Sat-C turned on, we can pole the boat, but I don't know how long that would last. Sounds like you're on top of it. I'll speak to you soon. Thanks, Bar. Bye-bye.
Now we're approaching Movistar and life raft.
Abandoned ship. The decision is made. Now danger in a different guise. The transfer of 10 crewmen to ABN Amro 2, still with the body of Hans Horowitz on board, will not be easy. The storm is on its way.
Yo te diga, 2 años de trabajo ahí van.
If the keel busts off, I think the boat will float for a very long time, so it is salvageable. If the keel does bust off, though, you know, I doubt they could get the boat going again for the rest of the race, so that means they're out of the race.
Obviously we're looking into options, but right now I'm not even thinking about you know, competing in the rest of the race or fixing the boat or anything like that. It's really, it's you know, human lives here, you know.
It's been a bloody tough call for me to actually abandon the ship. Shed some tears when I left, but I think I made the right decision. That's it. See you later. And that's it.
Everyone's safe and sound, just want to try and sort out the next step, really.
Yeah.
Okay, talk to you in a bit. Bye.
Relieved then?
Yeah. I just want to get through all the next of kin before this gets released. Gail, hi, it's Eleanor. They have all transferred across to ABN 2, so everyone's safe and sound.
What are you thinking?
Just wondering what they're going through. I suppose relief, but that'd be sad to leave their boat after all that time and effort that they've put in on it. So, yeah, they've worked so hard. They sailed 20,000 miles with the boat before they even entered the race. You think that'd be enough to test it? But obviously not.
Meanwhile, ahead of the drama that's unfolding in mid-Atlantic, Mike Sanderson's ABN Amro One, the race leader, surges up the channel. So far ahead in points, a win in this leg, 7, will guarantee overall victory.
hopefully Hans is looking down and watching us come in here tonight, because it was pretty special and it's what he would have wanted.
Close behind, in third place, comes Paul Cayard's Pirates of the Caribbean. Last after the first leg, and despite a catalogue of breakdowns, overall second place is now a possibility.
You know, you're supposed to focus on your job, but you can't help thinking about Hans, his family, and you know, the Volvo has probably the toughest physically and mental people you'll ever be around, but no one wants to face their own mortality, and that's, you know, we're all out there, and you know, we had issues on our boat, we knew the other boats did, and you're out there with friends. You just want to get home.
Off the coast of Falmouth, Cornwall, race CEO Glenn Burke. He must now oversee the transfer of the Movistar crew from ABN Amro 2 to a race support boat. For the crew of ABN Amro 2, it's time to say their final goodbye to their friend Hans Horowitz. His body, so dramatically plucked from the sea days before, will be taken on board a Dutch Navy ship, directly to his homeland. The surviving 9 members of ABN Amro 2's crew arrive in Portsmouth. Theirs is an emotional welcome.
You can't take the risk, so that's why I'm happy with the decision. Like what I said before, I can face myself in the mirror and just say that's happy what I've done. A boat is just a boat, and a life is a life, and life is way more important than just a boat.
You can't describe how thankful for those guys, and you know, they're just you know, like such a terrible experience, and they're holding their heads up. So I think it's a good lesson for everyone. They're very remarkable people.
The surviving 9 members of ABN Amro 2's crew arrive in Portsmouth. Theirs is an emotional welcome.
I have here a statement from the family I would like to read to you from Petra. As you can imagine, in her grief, Petra cannot find the words to express her sadness, but she will make a statement at a later stage. We are very grateful to the crew for their efforts and that they have been able to recover Hans under these extreme circumstances. Hans and his friends on ABN Amro 2 will be in our hearts forever.
Do you have a life jacket on?
No life jacket, no harness.
We initiated just, you know, basic life support CPR, and that's really all you can do. We're really limited, you know, with the facilities and things that we have on board to to try to save someone. It is a very tough situation to deal with. You know, you seen the person which was calling the trim, was joking with you, was talking to you, and the next thing you know, you're dragging him out of the water. It's something there's nothing can prepare you for.
Whatever boat you go into the sea, it will be dangerous. I think it's a great boat, but we must always remember the sea is a dangerous place.
In Southampton, Glenn prepares to travel to Holland for Hans's funeral.
The difficult thing for me will be what to say to his wife. You know, I was looking for something which perhaps I could read or give to her, and I think I found the thing that might be the most appropriate, which is a poem called Sea Fever from John Masefield. And it's about the passion of going to sea and the simplicity of the life and the beauty and the power and all of that. There's nothing Hollywood about this game, that if you rest for a second or if you get complacent or relax, then nature can smack you. And I think it will be very difficult for me to do the same kind of speech ever again. This is just a wreath for Hans. I don't know how we go getting it on the plane, but
As with life, the race goes on. Leg 8 sees our fleet leave Portsmouth. A lap of the UK follows. After the dramas that have gone before, a remarkable contrast. As the race edges to its conclusion, Glenn, after months of worry, has good news about its future.
Why don't you, in 2 minutes, just say what are your key messages here for the...
I have 5 points to make. That the race is going ahead in 2008-2009, which shortens the window from 4 years to 3 years. We have 2 boats already in the race, with likely of 2 more boats, which puts us a long way ahead of where we've ever been before. That we are announcing a start port imminently, and a boat will come from that start port. That we will be using the Volvo 70 as the class of choice, and that the race will take a new route through Middle East. And we're looking at ports in the Middle East, subcontinent of India, Asia, west coast of the US.
Could you tell us if your intention is still to keep all the Great Capes on the course, or are we seeing the race change so that perhaps you'll have very little Southern Ocean work involved at all?
Certainly won't guarantee that we'll see all the Great Capes within this race. But what I will guarantee is that if you sail 32,000 nautical miles around the world via the equator and round a Great Cape or 2, you will be exposed to exactly the same conditions as we've seen in the video clips earlier today. So I think from a sporting perspective, we moved the game on. We included in-port racing, which brought a new dimension, a new skill set to the teams. And again, as we evolve the race even further, this race will not become less demanding, it will become more demanding.
Just short of the Goteborg finish line, two boats are engaged in a battle to secure their first leg win in the race. Two boats who've experienced trauma and disappointment. Paul Cayard's Pirates of the Caribbean and ABN Amro 2. It's the Disney entry that takes leg honours after a dramatic duel. It's been a remarkable comeback to claim second place overall. After the tragic events of the Atlantic, there's finally some joy for ABN Amro 2.
Man, that couldn't have been written any better in Hollywood.
I love the race. This is what I do. It's what I enjoy doing. So I'm very happy. I can't complain.
No, it's great. It's something we all set out to achieve, and we've all done it now. So I'm sure most of us will have to do it again.
And then, at last, for Mike Sanderson and ABN Amro One, the glory of arriving in Goteborg as overall winners of the Volvo Ocean Race.
Mixed emotions. I've been waiting for this and dreaming of it and hoping that it'd be successful, and it has been. I can't ask for anything more than this. Strangely enough, there's just been that little twinge of, oh, what is next? Or where do you go from here? And yeah, look, even maybe a hint of sadness. I felt a fraction emotional.
The 33,000-mile journey is over. 8 months ago, 70 sailors dreamt of victory. For the crew on ABN Amro One, the dream came true. How different the emotions of Bauerbecking, a failed campaign and a boat lost forever. Lost forever too, the young life of Hans Horowitz. Tomorrow, the teams disperse. Memories will fade fast. Most already have another challenge waiting, but for many, this is unfinished business. 2008 awaits, another edition of the race.
Coming.